welcome to Anne-Marie's Workshop. My name is Anne-Marie, and I love to make things. If you like to make things, you found your people. You're in the right place. Today is my hashtag Friday Sews video featuring a forum topic and what's going on around the workshop. Now, if you're a YouTube creator, you should know that there is a Friday Creators group on Facebook, and it's moderated by Jenny Filson Wessner. You do have to apply to be a part of that group, but it is nice to be with other fellow creators. So as usual, this starts with what the topic is. The topic today is, do you use any unconventional sewing products? I had to think about this. Now, usually I'm pretty outside the box on a lot of things, how I store my stuff, but I had to really struggle and then I realized, I did struggle, and then I realized, yes, I do have a few unconventional things that I use. The number one unconventional thing that I use are my pattern weights. Now, I do have proper pattern weights. I bought them years ago. They're very nice. They are sewing inspired. They're shaped like things in the sewing room, but I find myself using these so often. These are my eyeglass cases filled with tiny Jamaican coins because nobody wants the pennies. I guess because the exchange rate is 150 Jamaican dollars at the moment to $1 American dollar. That means these 1 cent pieces are less than 1 cent. Nobody's interested in them. They don't want them. Like they'll just pass right over them. So I had a water jug, one of those 5-gallon watering containers that you put in the machine, you flip them upside down, filled with all sorts of coins. And so I tried to sort them out and everything. Everybody looked at me like I'm crazy because nobody's interested in these, but they are just the right weight. And the cases for my glasses, the clear ones, they're just perfect. So that's one of my unconventional things. Now, the other thing, I don't even really know if you call it unconventional, are my knitting needles, otherwise known as point turners, or pokey out when you turn something inside out, pokey out the corners. I'm sure there's a official term for that, but right now, bigger pokey, tiny pokey. Those are my unconventional sewing implements, utensils that I use. So now, let's talk about what's going on in the workshop. You all know I love to make dresses for little girls, especially little girls in need. September is Dress a Girl Around the World 2022 campaign. Thank to Mari from Mari Sews Curves. She is sponsoring a hashtag Project Dress a Girl Around the World. Project Dress a Girl Around. Project Dress a Girl? Project Dress a Girl 2022 hashtag. So I have been heartily working on that. There were some new patterns that I got to try, and plus the standard tried and true. So that's what I've been working on mostly, and I will show you some of them. Tomorrow, I'm going to be dropping another video featuring Project Dress a Girl Around the World using Ankara fabric. Ankara fabric is wonderful for little girls' dresses. It's sturdy, it's bright, it's cheerful, and I'm going to show you a few of the dresses that I've made this week. Now, these two little darlings are made from the Allison tent dress for little girls made by Desiree. I will go ahead and include her handle on Instagram. These are for 18 months to 24 months. Someone told me they look like little hats. I was like, no, it's little babies. All right, so these are the two of the first ones I made using that dress pattern. Now, just a reminder, and the information will be in the description box below. The Allison dress pattern for girls is going to be free to download as a PDF. I will include the code below for the month of September. There are many patterns you can choose. I'm going to be showing you a few more dresses, and they're featuring the pattern from the Dress a Girl Around the World organization. For the following dresses, I use this medium pattern that I got on the Dress a Girl Around the World organization website. This has been my favorite pattern. I think I like it because of all the possibilities with it. Here is my avocado Dress a Girl pattern around the world. Now, they must have, here it is. You're going to need these labels. If you decide to make some dresses, you're going to need to have these labels on them. This is my avocado madness, and this is one of the dresses. I think the reason why this is my favorite pattern so far is the adjustability, because you can move this bow up and down as the girl grows, and then you can add on to the bottom, and I love these sturdy pockets. That's why this pattern has been proved to be my favorite so far. My video that I am releasing tomorrow is about working with Ankara fabric. It is a wonderful fabric. It's called Kitenge in East Africa. In West Africa, it's known as Ankara. All right, so I love making dresses with this fabric simply because it's very sturdy. It's very cool. It can take being washed in non-conventional places. I think sometimes because we are so used to dropping in our soap in a conventional machine or a high efficiency machine, we don't realize that when we're sending these dresses out, we're sending them to places where they may have water issues. They could be washing this in the river. So that's why I like this Ankara cloth. So that's one. Here's another one. Right? What little girl? And these have set-in pockets. I put set-in pockets with this. I don't know. With the older girls, I'm wondering if they want those pockets in the front. I love pockets. But I decided I designed a pocket that goes inside, and then I stitched it on the outside to keep it to the front and be supported in place. And I use like a dungaree or a denim type of pocket on the inside, so that when you put your frog in your pocket, you don't have any problems. Now, those of you who follow me on this channel know this fabric, and she made up a wonderful dress. And hopefully I'm including pictures of what they look like all out in the video. All right, so these are my latest ones made from this beautiful Ankara fabric. Isn't it wonderful? It's like candy heaven. And thank you to Mari Sews Curves. I watched your video, girl. I watched it and I made myself some bias tape. Now I know how to make bias tape, but she showed me how to make bias tape, and I'll include a card right here. She showed me how to make bias tape in a continuous length, and so that is what you see on the edges of these. So now I made this one with these pockets, which I have to admit they're my favorite. I like this purple with the pink on it. And I made it with the green with my rickrack. I like this one too, but not as much as purple. And on the last one, I used set-in pockets, right? And the rainbow, the famous rainbow bias tape that people ask me about time after time after time. Well, I've got some good news for you. If you asked me about the bias tape and I told you that my Ping's fabric store in Mandeville, Jamaica did not have any more left, well, I decided I was going to do some research if I had to go all the way to China to find this bias tape, because I've had at least 15 people ask me, where'd you get the bias tape? Where'd you get the bias tape? Girls and guys, it's on Amazon. I found the bias tape on Amazon. I found the bias tape on Etsy, and I will include the two links below. I'm also going to put this in my makes videos and in my Sunday community blast, because so many people ask me about this rainbow bias binding. And I couldn't believe I found it on Amazon, but it's there. Now, with all the cutting out and arranging and fiddling with stuff this week, I was only able to get to one of my projects that had to do with me. So, and I'm okay with that because I really want this to be about the girls this month. But on my plans video, I said I was going to do a few other things. This pattern here, 8622 Vogue 86, I had this pattern right here, this jacket right here, and I was going to make it double-sided to go with two skirts that I have, and I can put the skirts over here. Oh, y'all, it was a fail. And I think it can be rescued, but it was a fail. It's beautiful. This is the jacket on one side. This is the jacket on the other side. It's truly beautiful. I have my little favorite tiny pom-poms along the edge. Now, here's where I went wrong with this jacket. It said to put interfacing along the edge. That's what was in the pattern. And I thought, well, if I make it reversible, surely it will have enough body to support the edge. That's a negatory. The taffeta I used did not give me the bang I needed. So what I need to do is I need to take all of this stitching out, right? And then I need to take these little balls out. And then I need to take, this is going to require a movie, a seam ripper, and patience. So it's not quite a fail. I'm old enough to sit down and rescue it, and I'm going to have to do that because I have these two skirts that are counting on it. But it sewed up real nice. It was so promising. It fit really good until I tried it on when it was completed. These things happen when you're sewing. Anyway, so I'm going to take the weekend off. I will be back on doing my regular sewing for my little girls. I'm going to make some more dresses. I've got some more cut out, some different styles to do and everything like that. But I've had a wonderful week working on these dresses. All right, so that's what's been going on in the workshop. Nothing but little girls and failed jackets. I hope everything is working well in your neighborhood, in your workshop, with your people. I hope y'all are keeping safe, and I hope you keep making. Oh, I almost forgot. Condolences to all my British subscribers who've lost their queen. I'm British myself, and she did a really good job. So, my condolences.